done with Arizona. This next one is actually true. Now, the first story was true in the sense that people really believed it. But this one, we have some more evidence that this thing actually existed. And what we're going to talk about right now is the Fantasma Colorado. We're still in Arizona. Colorado means red, if you didn't know that. So, we're in Clifton, Arizona. The year, you're shocked I have this written down. The year is 1883. Two dudes are sitting in their old-timey house made out of Lincoln logs. And their wives are outside, and the two dudes are sitting there being like, you know what I want to watch? Some football. And the other guy goes, watch on what? And what's football? And then they just kind of sit there and drink. What did you do back then for fun? But anyways, all of a sudden they hear the two women screaming, and then only one woman screaming. Dude who owns the house, his wife runs up. She's like, oh my God, look at what happened. The devil killed her. The devil killed her. The homeowner looks out and he just sees guts. I mean, like, this woman has been completely just pulverized by something. And at that point, the pile of woman, her husband comes to the door and goes, hey, what's going on? Are you guys still talking about the thing called football? Ah, my wife! Oh my God! Oh, my wife! They, obviously they go investigate. She's just straight up dead. There's no saving her. But they did find something curious there. They found red hairs, red fur. 3 days later, two prospectors, again, these guys hanging out in a tent. Two prospectors are in their tent late at night. They're like, you know what I really want to watch? No, just joking. So they're in the tent. And all of a sudden, something just bashes through their tent. And they're just like crapping their pants. And they jump out of their tent. And they're like, what the hell? They're looking at this. It's pitch black. They just see this giant red thing just smashing their tent. Runs off. Bunch of red hair left behind. And footprints. So, what happens is, rumors start to circulate. Now, the woman who said, the devil killed my friend, she described it as a giant red monster that just came out of nowhere and just started stomping on her friend. These two prospectors, who were closer and survived, it was dark, couldn't get a good look at it, but they're like, I think it was like something with 4 legs. Something. I don't want to say for sure, but it might have been a camel. Now, camels had been brought to the area by the U.S. Cavalry a couple decades earlier. So there were camels, and I believe there are still camels in Arizona, actually, wild camels. But this beast kept being spotted around Clifton, Arizona. And one day, someone got a really good look at it in the middle of the day, just walking by. In the dead, not like walking by the saloon, but like walking by far away. Dude pulls out his little old-timey telescope. There's a body lashed to the back of it. So there's just like a dead body slumped over, and he's strapped to the camel. And the camel's just kind of walking away. And at that point, the guy who saw that was like, that's disgusting. And so people in town started talking, and the theory was this. There must have been a guy who ran out of supplies, a prospector probably, who was using a camel to get around because they're good for desert environments. Now, I guess this is a technique that if you run out of supplies but you have a horse or a camel, you can lash yourself to it because that animal will go find water, just instinctively. You may never be able to find it yourself, but the animal can sense it. It'll take you there. And so apparently that was like a survival technique. They figured that's what happened. But the problem was like this creature was so out of control, it was just stomping on everyone. And then the theory came that maybe he hates people so much because he has this dude tied to his back, and he can't get it off of him. And it's possible that the reason why he's red is because he's soaked with dead man's blood. Or he's just a red camel, which is actually a species of camel. But anyways, there was another theory that this was actually the devil's camel. This was the camel that the devil rode when he came to Earth. Now, that's kind of ridiculous, because where would he sit? There's a dead body on it. But anyways, they're back in the 1800s and not really thinking things through. They kept seeing it. One day, though, the camel comes roaring through, and dudes straight up open fire, because at this point, they're like, we got to take care of this thing. It's already killed a woman. It's, broke a tent. They shoot at the Fantasma Colorado, which means red ghost. I guess I should have said that earlier, too. They shoot at the camel. He runs away. But a little bit of luck, the head rolls off the body. So now they're able to inspect it, and they're like, okay, there is an actual dead body strapped to the back of this camel. Eventually, though, after quite a while, 1893, so 10 years, that is quite a while. So eventually in 1893, the Colorado, so it had been around for a while, and it was terrorizing people in the wilderness and stuff. In 1893, a guy finally does put a bullet through the camel and kills it. Just bullet goes through both humps, just water leaking everywhere. Lands in the dust. Here's the weird part. None of that was weird. They kill the camel, and they go up to it. Now, it's been 10 years, so there wasn't really anything left of the man that was on the back of it. But when they get to the camel, the straps that were originally the straps were still on it. The straps that were holding the man to the camel, the townspeople deduced that there was no way that the man could have strapped himself in like that. Like, the way that they were strapped in was a way that he wouldn't be able to reach to do it himself. So now an even darker theory had come, that someone had strapped him to the camel on purpose and sent it off into the wilderness, and he just slowly died on the back of this raging camel. Some people say you can still see the Fantasma Colorado today. Whether or not that's true, we don't know. But we can say that we're pretty sure that at one point, a mad dromedary caused a little drama on a desert prairie. Okay, that was bad. But the point is that at one point it was real. Now, whether or not it's a ghost running around, who knows? But at one point there was this murderous red camel just stomping dudes. Just without a care in the world. Well, except for that body on its back. That was a clip from our daily podcast, Dead Rabbit Radio. Dead Rabbit Radio is available anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's daily paranormal, conspiracy, and true crime news. If you want to hear the full episode that this clip came from, check the link below. Please like and subscribe. And hit that little bell, too. That does some magical stuff. Thanks, guys.